Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and welcome back to the final station, the only traitor. This is episode 2, and last time we didn't actually learn too much, aside from that our character here worked for an organization that was aware of the gas and its effects on people, and that had probably dumped a bunch of it into the shelter that we were supposed to be going to. Which I suppose we didn't know that, because we tried to go to the shelter. So, we have to continue our drive across the country, picking up individuals to stuff in our car and throw out whoever's in it. But, as usual, we've got to find water, food, and gasoline here. So we do have a gun now. Alright, these are the spitter guys. I'm not sure if those guys are tougher or if I was just bad at getting headshots there. I do assume we're going to run into a safe town at some point, though, if we're still getting money. Soap, toilet paper... more mention of the Order of the Advent, which I guess is the cult of the dimensional beings. I do have to wonder how much overlap we'll end up having with the main campaign. Like, are we going to see what happens to the Guardian that leaves it all busted up as soon as it launches? Okay, and more crimes being planned. There seems to be a lot of people writing about the crimes they're trying to commit before this all fell apart. Some sort of art robbery. Ugh, at least that doesn't damage. I kind of forgot that we could fire faster. What have I been playing recently where the pistol has a terrible rate of fire? I can't remember. Okay, so that leads under there, but we should probably check out this building first. Oh man, human enemies. I probably should have reloaded before that. Well, that's new. We did not fight a single human in the main game. But I suppose that goes with our traitor motif, even though they don't look like particularly charming individuals. Nope. Okay, one of those was a body shot, so that was on me. And not on how tough they were. Not finding a whole lot of ammo either. Oh no, an exploder. Those guys can be a real pain if there's nothing for you to climb up after you set them off. Because again, I'm pretty sure you can't actually cause them to detonate prematurely without using too much ammo. Somebody got bludgeoned to death. Or no, wait, I think that's actually just the helmet from the SWAT guy. But it kind of looks like a TV or something crushing his head. The real face of the council. Alright, so someone was trying to make an exhibit about the first visitation, and it sounds like somebody got wind of that and wanted to shut it down. Either because they were working for the council, or they just didn't believe it. Right, these guys crawl. Yep, straight up shut down by the government. Theodore B. Thornton, that's one of the guys that was part of the council. I believe this is Armin White. No, Vermin White, sorry. Was it Vermund or Armand that was the original one, with the other one being their son. And Thornton was the one that ran that, like, energy plant that we stole the core of to power the Guardian. Nope, I'm just a wax dummy. Pay me no mind. Alright, Brandon Reed. He's very social, but not very good. Do we leave behind our excellent medic projectionist? I mean, I kind of don't know if we should just take everyone we find for the story stuff. I mean, we left behind our boss because he seemed like a dick, but this historian might be able to tell us something about the past. And I doubt our projectionist is gonna give us much information about the world. And I'll circle back through because I'm pretty sure the door in the basement's gonna be locked. Alright, human enemies. Gun is loaded. Don't have a lot of health. I can't go left, so we're gonna have to blast these guys. Yep, headshots work just as well on them. But oddly, not more effective. You think they would have gone down in one headshot? Okay, so there wasn't actually a reason to kill them, but I guess these guys are possibly more of these Advent cultists. If only XCOM were here to take care of them. There's our gas. There's a shit ton of explosives that sadly we can't make use of. And that looks like a fat pile of cash. Not sure why that's in the museum vault. Unless that's just their budget. Heist. They killed the guard. Yeah, I'm gonna guess this door was locked from that side. So they did successfully take the painting, and we won't find out of who it was. Didn't find the water yet. There's something I missed up here? Can't go that way. Can't bust our way in. Interesting that these guys apparently had, like, hazmat suits. Unless I just missed the water here somewhere. Or we just need to go left, because I forgot we could do that. All of the maps in the main game started with the train on the very left side of the map. And, you know, you could go right or left. Or you can only go right, rather. But here you can go right or left, so, yeah. Kind of opens up the maps a little bit more, or at least makes it feel like that. However, it does mean that we have to backtrack more, I assume, because, you know, a lot of the main maps would have a path that led back to the start through the underground or whatever, but here I think we're just gonna have to go both ways every time. What was that? We, like, knocked something over. Oh, it's probably these cups. Oop. Oh, we can knock away the spit. I guess we could just wail on these guys, since they don't really blow up or anything. Car out back, some scraps. Which we're definitely gonna need since crafting is so much more expensive. Alright. So we got an exploder, let's see if we can get him to go off. Ah, one of those dastardly ladders that prevent us from charging our melee. Water. There's a weird shelf that just has no access point. I mean, here at least it's broken, but that one's just up there. Oh. I was hoping I could swing those into him. Alright, watch out for him crawling. It's nice, too, that there's actually a downswing animation. Is it a downswing animation, or is it actually a combo? Yeah, it looks like the third hit is just the downswing, so I don't know if that actually makes it easier to target them. Some blocks we could have thrown. And there's that delivery van again. We saw a fair number of these in the main game. I don't know if they have any significance, though. Alright, time to hit the road, see where we end up next. Unfortunately, even if we do come to one of the cities, I might not recognize the names because they were all pretty weird. But not like memorably weird. Is that our main goal right now, just to find a shelter? I guess so. We haven't been given a mission or anything. Bristol, I remember. I believe Bristol was the town we started in the main game. Where our train driver was from, and where he ultimately ended up before becoming infected. I'm guessing our healing thing here doesn't actually cost anything. It's just the better his healing stat, the more he heals us. And yet, I have a feeling that's exactly what we'll have to do. We'll have to fight human enemies with guns. There's a lot more of those vans we're passing. Wasn't the main shelter like some crazy distance underground that didn't actually make sense? Like 20 kilometers or something? Though again, we didn't actually ever confirm that we're on Earth. This isn't some completely other planet. And that's exactly why they ended up getting their way, because everyone dismissed it as conspiracy theories. Alright, ready to move on. This place has seen better days. Okay, I don't think Bristol was the town we started in, because I believe that's supposed to be the big energy reactor. But this could have been a different one, a smaller one. I guess we'll know if we find the driver's house, since it does have that child room. They are still tougher than the regular infected. pretty big claw marks, almost as if the mysterious them had been here themselves. The giant, fast aliens, or whatever they are, that were only described to us in the main game. Here, have a TV. Did something turn on when I did that? No, we took the only working one, didn't we? There's our blocker code confirmations, probably the exact same one that we read when we were here. Train driver's uniform. Ugh, those guys just keep constantly attacking even if they're not close enough to hit you. Also, there's still that problem where if you're trying to charge up, sometimes he'll just swing instead, even if you're holding down the mouse button. Alright, got him. And these guys I should be able to just wail on. Is there anything else to see up here? I think it's all closed off. Yeah, we can't drop down, so that was the end of that. I haven't been paying too heavily attention to the music yet, even though, again, as I mentioned, I really liked the music in the first game. But I believe this track here is also the title menu track for this DLC. Which again is much more low-key than the main game's track. Okay, took care of that guy. I wonder how much of this we'll see too. You know, kind of following in the wake of destruction. As the true visitors, or whatever, make their way across the land towards Metropole. I guess we'll eventually end up at the shelter. You know, the main shelter. Which was sealed off without enough food. Maybe this is not a good time to be stingy with my ammo, because I've got a fair bit of it right now. And there is a fair bit of enemies. This is definitely tougher so far than the first main campaign was. The thing with these guys is I don't want to have the armored guys block the shots. Which is why I was waiting until I could hit him. Healing stuff definitely seems a lot more limited. But again, that's probably because we only need to worry about healing ourselves, not the people we pick up. There's none of that management stuff. Alright, so that's everything that way. So let's... Ooh, maybe let's not go up there just yet. I'd rather not waste this chair on the basic one. I'd rather hit the crawler or the fast one. But that doesn't look like it's going to be the case, because... City was razed to the ground. Oh, I was kind of wondering on the perspective there. I didn't see him properly before I covered him up. But he's just standing behind a box or something. Might as well take him with us. I'm guessing this is the best way to get all the story stuff, is just to take them one stop at a time. But there's probably reasons to keep specific people with you. Like, oh, this person could unlock a door if you kept him with you this long. This guy couldn't survive by crawling into a vent, but the cook survived by just hiding? Still, maybe we'll get some actual concrete details on the other creatures. Someone trying to block orbital signals, or perhaps receive them. So here we have two of the awakened, or whatever you want to call them, who have been infected and not become zombies. And won't even acknowledge us because we're not one of them. You know, for as much as they said that cars are not the normal means of long-distance transportation, there's still quite a few of them just lying around. Okay, Guardian, Zone D. So this is a map of Metropole, as it says right there. The last word I think read on there. So I wonder if Zone 0 here is whatever explosion destroyed the Guardian. Because it kind of seemed like it exploded. Keep this toilet, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be another fella down here. Well, maybe not. All of Sector 0 will be destroyed by the shockwave from the Guardian's launch. Okay, so it was supposed to explode. Not completely clear why it exploded. I don't know if it was supposed to actually, like, literally take off when they launched it, but at least that explains a little bit more what happened there. Alright, we've got our supplies, so let's head back out on the road. So lay it down. What happened? Well, we know it wasn't the Guardian. Guardian didn't do much of anything. I figured that much. Please tell me he's going to actually give us more to go on than just, it was them. Oh, okay. Our character shares my attitude here. They who must not be named. So you're just not going to describe what you saw, is what he's saying. Well, that's a start. And it's pretty much what happened. But if he's so convinced that this is the end, why did he come with us? Well, now I'm not so sure that we're going to find somewhere to buy stuff. Unless we somehow veer away from the path of destruction. Never mind. Right as I said that. A rest area with people at it. Alright, well, we'll go through this, and then I think we'll call it. So we can buy medical supplies, we can buy ammo. It's fairly expensive, but we do have a good amount of money. It might be worth just buying all this medical, since that seems to be more trouble than the ammo. Alright, so I got mixed up there. That wasn't Ristol. We were in Keskis, and we're heading to Ristol. Right, okay. So Keskis I don't think we ever saw in the main game. Oh, okay. That's it then. Just these two hanging out at the side of the road, selling stuff. I wonder if I should just buy ammo, or if I should save my money, because, I mean, it's pretty expensive per bullet. Alright, so when we get to our next destination, we'll call it for this episode. Which, I mean, at least we've learned something this time. Kind of a shame that this one buddy system kind of makes it impossible to get everyone's story the first time through. I mean, ideally, to get all of it, you'd have to play through the game once, only keeping each character as you get to them. This travel music's pretty mellow. I mean, we've had a different track each time, but it all seems pretty good. Alright, let's see where we end up. Another pretty chill track, but I get a feeling there's going to be enemies here. So I think we'll call it for episode 2 of The Only Traitor. And next time, we'll hopefully get some more of the story of the them and exactly what happened or is going to happen. But until then, I've been Shadefyre, this is The Final Station, and I hope you'll come for the ride with me again next time. Take care, everyone.